Have you ever been sitting on the couch, minding your own business, when your dog quietly lifts one paw and places it on you? Maybe it lands on your hand, maybe on your knee, maybe right on top of your phone, as if your dog has decided the conversation is over. And for a moment, it feels almost human, like your dog is saying, "Hey, look at me. I'm here." But what does that paw really mean? Is your dog asking for attention? Trying to comfort you? Begging for food? Or is it something deeper? The answer is, it depends, because a paw is not one message. It is more like a word dogs use in different sentences. And to understand it, we have to look at the whole moment. The face, the body, the timing, and what usually happens after the paw appears. For many dogs, putting a paw on you is simply a request for attention. Dogs learn very quickly that humans respond to touch. A bark might be ignored, a stare might be missed, but a paw on your arm is hard not to notice. You look down, you smile, you talk to them, maybe you pet them, maybe you say, "What do you want?" And from your dog's point of view, that little paw just worked beautifully. This is how behavior gets reinforced, not because your dog is being manipulative in some grand, dramatic way, but because dogs are excellent at noticing patterns. If paw equals attention, paw becomes useful. If paw equals food, paw becomes very useful. If paw equals you laughing, rubbing their chest and forgetting whatever you were doing, then congratulations. You may have accidentally created a tiny paw button, and your dog knows exactly where to press it. But attention is only one layer. Sometimes the paw is a request. Your dog may be asking to go outside, asking for dinner, asking for the toy that rolled under the couch, asking you to continue petting after you made the terrible mistake of stopping. In these moments, the paw often comes with other clues. Your dog might glance at the door, look toward the food bowl, nudge a toy, shift their weight towards something they want. The paw is not the whole sentence. It is punctuation. The rest of the body tells you what the sentence means. But there is also an emotional side to pawing. Dogs are social animals, and touch matters to social animals. Physical contact can be a way of staying connected. A dog leaning against you, resting a head on your lap, or placing a paw on your hand may simply be choosing closeness. Not every behavior needs to be a demand. Sometimes the message is softer than that. Stay here. I like being near you. This is especially true when the dog is relaxed. The body is loose. The eyes are soft. The mouth may be gently open. The paw is resting, not scratching or pushing. In that kind of moment, your dog may not be trying to get anything specific. It may just be using touch the way humans sometimes do. A hand on a shoulder, a quiet lean, a small reminder that someone is beside you. Some people also wonder if dogs put a paw on us to comfort us. And this is where the science gets interesting. Dogs are very good at noticing human cues. They can respond to our voices, our posture, our faces, and even changes in our routine. Many dogs behave differently when their person is crying, quiet, tense, or upset. They may come closer, sniff, lean, rest their head nearby, or place a paw on you. Does that mean your dog understands your emotions exactly the way another human would? Probably not. But dogs do notice when something about us changes. And because they are bonded to us, they often move closer instead of away. So if your dog paws at you when you are sad, it may not be thinking, "I must provide emotional support in a psychologically precise way." But it may be responding to your change in tone, stillness, scent, or posture. It may be saying, in the only language it has, "Something is different. I'm here." There is another reason dogs use their paws: communication from puppyhood. Puppies use their bodies to interact with the world before they understand much else. They paw at littermates. They paw during play. They knead, push, climb, and reach. As they grow, some of that physical communication stays with them. A paw can invite play. It can interrupt. It can test boundaries. It can ask for contact. Some breeds and individual dogs are simply more pawsy than others. They use their feet like little hands, touching objects, people, toys, blankets, and sometimes your face at exactly the wrong angle. That does not always mean something serious. Sometimes your dog is just a very tactile communicator. But pawing can also mean stress. This is why context matters so much. A relaxed paw on your leg is different from frantic scratching. A gentle touch during cuddling is different from repeated pawing while your dog pants, whines, avoids eye contact, or cannot settle. If the paw comes with a tense body, tucked tail, pacing, pinned ears, lip licking, or wide eyes, your dog may not be asking for affection. It may be asking for help. Maybe something is scary. Maybe the environment is too intense. Maybe your dog is confused, uncomfortable, or unsure what to do next. In those moments, the best response is not to simply reward the paw. It is to look at what your dog is experiencing. What changed? Was there a noise? A guest? A new place? A child getting too close? A grooming tool? A situation your dog wants to escape? The paw is a clue, not the whole answer. And that is why the same paw can feel funny in one moment, sweet in another, and urgent in another. Dogs do not have many tools for explaining themselves to us, so they repeat the ones that work. So what should you do when your dog puts a paw on you? First, read the body. Loose body, soft eyes, relaxed mouth? Probably affection, attention, or a simple request. Stiff body, repeated pawing, whining, or stress signals? Pause and check what your dog needs. Second, notice what you usually do afterward. If your dog paws for attention and you pet them every time, the behavior will probably grow. That may be fine if you enjoy it, but if the pawing becomes pushy, painful, or constant, teach a different way to ask. You can reward sitting calmly, reward resting a chin, reward bringing a toy, reward waiting for an invitation. The goal is not to punish communication. The goal is to make communication clearer. If your dog paws gently and you like it, there is no need to turn it into a problem. But if the pawing hurts, scratches, interrupts meals, or happens when your dog is anxious, then it is worth shaping a better habit. Dogs do not automatically know which behaviors humans find cute and which ones become a little too much. They learn from what works, and we teach them, often without realizing it. So the next time your dog places a paw on you, do not rush to one answer. Look at the moment. Maybe it is asking for attention. Maybe it wants something. Maybe it is keeping contact. Maybe it noticed your mood. Maybe it is anxious. Or maybe your dog has simply learned that this tiny gesture brings you back into the relationship. Because to your dog, your attention is not a small thing. It is a resource, a comfort, a connection, a sign that the two of you are still together in the same little world. A paw on your hand may not be a perfect translation of love, but it is rarely meaningless. It is a touch, a question, a habit, a bridge, and sometimes it is your dog's simple way of saying, "Don't go too far, I'm right here."